What's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know this is a little bit different from my channel. This isn't something that I've done before. And you're thinking, Adina, where's your beautiful face? No, I'm joking. Anyway, so for today's video, I will be reviewing this Louis Vuitton wallet right here. So I figured I might as well just start on this shot and get on with the video because I have a lot to share with you regarding this wallet. So this is why we are set up this way today. Before we get into the video, if you're new to my channel, then hi, I am Adila. These are my hands. Usually you see my face, but of course I wanted to say hi to you first. If you are luxe obsessed and are into handbags, jewelry, a little bit of debate, that type of thing, then definitely as always, I will definitely wait for you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So let's go ahead and press that button. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And if you're a returning subscriber, then thank you for coming back. I appreciate you too. It is the Clemence wallet in the Damier Ebene with the cherry interior. So first things first, I've had this wallet for about coming up to a year now, and I've used this wallet consistently. It's been my everyday situation since I got it. So as I said, about 10 months to a year ago, I paid $530. Right now it costs $570. So since then there has been a $40 increase. Let's start with the hardware really quickly. Okay, so as you can see, the hardware is gold, and actually I haven't had that much wear and tear to my hardware. I'm hoping the camera can pick it up nicely, but my hardware is in pretty pristine condition. Let's quickly look at the hardware along this side here. So we have the zipper part right here. Now the only thing that has some tarnishing, I have a little bit of a scratch here, and this little metal ring that attaches the pull tab to this little zipper is tarnished. So I'm guessing that's because it has a lot of movement in this area, and of course it is what allows us to open the tab, so it pulls onto this part a lot. If anything, I would say that is the one thing that has a lot of wear and tear. As you can see, it is in pretty pristine condition, so that alone I am impressed with, because I know LV's hardware can be a little bit questionable sometimes. Alright, so next let's talk about glazing. As you can see here, my glazing is going a little bit. I will definitely say that. I mean, it never did come with like a ton of glazing to start with. Some of my glazing is starting to wear off for sure, and I'm just going to turn the wallet really quickly. As you can see over here, especially the glazing has come off, which has left the threads to be exposed. So if you look very carefully, you can actually see that this thread right here is exposed. I haven't done anything with it because I'm not quite sure what to do with it, and I haven't taken it in for repair just yet. So I literally just smooth it down every time I finished using it, and it kind of lays flat like that. However, the glazing needs to be reapplied in that area. Okay, so hopefully that's giving you a better look at that little part right there that I'm talking about. And my fear with this is that it will start threading even more, which of course nobody wants that. So now in terms of the canvas itself, I will definitely say it is very, very durable. I mean, if you haven't quite purchased any items from Louis Vuitton before, then you might still be wondering whether the canvas is worth the investment, and I can definitely tell you that it is. I've used this wallet a lot and I haven't necessarily been, you know, delicate with it, but the canvas is in pristine condition. I have no scratches on the canvas itself. I have no transferring. I have no peeling, no cracking. It is still quite soft at the touch. I can still push on it. It isn't stiff yet. In terms of canvas, I would say 100% is the wallet to go for. If you want a wallet that is an everyday, you don't have to worry about it. You can just fling it in your bag if you wish to. This is definitely the way to go. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is the size. Let's go through the measurements really quickly. So the length is 7.87 inches and the height is 3.54 inches. And the width is 0.79 inches. See, it is a pretty decent size for me. In fact, it is actually a little bit too big, but of course if you are after a big wallet, this is definitely a good one to start with. Let me just quickly talk about this tab really quickly before I move on. So as you can see, it is made out of cowhide leather. It is in the color cherry. Now, my only thing with this, if I leave it alone, you can see that it has a slight bend right here. Now, that's because I personally open the wallet with the tab versus using the circle part that you see here. So I do know that some people like to use the little ring that it comes with right here, but I personally use the tab. Now, the only thing I would definitely say is that if you are somebody who does that as well, then you need to expect it to bend. Whereas obviously when I first had it, it was straight like this, but now it has a permanent bend like that. It doesn't bother me too much because, well, I use it, so you know, yeah, it's fine with me. As you can see, my zipper functions very smoothly. I don't have any roughness, it's not stiff, it runs absolutely gorgeous. So let's talk about the inside. You're going to see that I have these blue things inside. So basically those are my cards. I went through the effort of wrapping them in painter's tape because I don't actually have like voucher cards and things like that, so therefore obviously I'm not going to share my information online, but there we go. So as you can see here, we have 8 slots, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I don't have a card in this one because I do have slight tearing in the corner right there, but I'll show you that in a second. The interior is exactly the same as the tab. It's cowhide leather in the shade cherry. I do love it. I prefer it to the fuchsia, which comes with the monogram Clemence wallet. So it also has the rose ballerine, which is a pink shade, if that is what you prefer. But yeah, so as you can see, we have many card slots that you can actually use, which is fantastic if you're somebody who carries a lot of cards on a daily basis. On this side, it has a back pocket that you can, of course, add other cards in, or money. As you can see here, I have a card slotted behind there. This middle pouch section, which has the canvas Damier Ebene material. Inside is a little coin pocket that one can use should they want to. We'll talk about that in a sec. So over here we have the stamping, which this one was made in Paris. The cherry leather, it has like a slight, and I am hoping that the camera will pick this up, but to the graining it has like a darkish imprint. I'll show you the tab as well because the tab looks exactly the same. So now I cannot actually remember whether this came like this or if this has happened over time. Can you see that it kind of has like dark spots on it? I hope you can see that, but if you can, it is exactly the same in the interior as well. So that is something to note just in case it doesn't actually come like that. I cannot remember. So I'm just going to note that just in case. So whilst we're on the subject of card slots, I'm going to take out one of the cards. So there we go. So I've taken out one of my cards and I do want to note something. The size of the cards and the size of the slots that are created for them to go into, when you do attempt to put it in, it is a little bit of a tight fit. So what happens with that is over time where you keep on maneuvering, kind of giving it this little shimmy motion right here, it creates a lot of tension in that middle part. As you can see, what ends up happening is very, very slowly over time it starts to tear. Now this isn't because I have painter's tape on it, because I obviously don't have painter's tape on it on a regular day, but you can see, I will show you on this side. Okay, so as you can see right there, it started tearing. This is the reason why I haven't put a card in this pocket right here, because if I keep doing it, these two slots here will end up intertwining and becoming a big family. So that is something that I don't want to happen, so I've stopped actually putting a card in this one. My fear is that over time it will happen with the rest of them. That's just an observation that I have, and definitely something that, you know, you should consider just in case it does happen, you know, over time when you're using the wallet yourselves. Alright, quickly let's cover stitching. My stitching on the exterior is intact. My stitching in the interior is intact as well. I have no issues with stitching whatsoever, minus this little part that I showed you over here, but that's for the glazing issue. But in terms of stitching interior, exterior, absolutely fab, no complaints whatsoever. Nothing is unraveling or coming apart at all. So I'm just going to move on from that. In terms of the smoothness of the hardware, as well as inside, this one is very smooth, as you can see, no problems whatsoever. I haven't had to get it repaired or anything, so I'm super happy with that, and it closes just as smooth, and so does the outside one. As you can see, you know, bada bing, bada boom. It's very smooth. It happens very nicely. Okay, moving on. So in terms of closing the wallet, one thing that does tend to happen sometimes is this little part right here could turn to the side. Sometimes it gets stuck in this type of way. So when you go to close the wallet, it has a bit of a tension here. I don't know if you can see, but it's pushing on the wallet over here, making it protrude slightly, which is something that's not very ideal. So I've showed you how many cards you can fit in. Of course, you can add in some cash in here if you wish to do that. I don't have any on hand to show you, but I mean, it's pretty simple. It fits in there, or it fits behind here. Now, in terms of reference, I'm going to show you. So here's my iPhone. It's the 11 Pro Max, and I can indeed fit my phone inside the wallet and close it. So it is a little bit of a tight fit for sure, but it closes. I could probably add a little bit more. I have some room, but I wouldn't bother adding anything else in here if I had my phone in here. But it's definitely good for you to note that you can definitely do that should you wish to. If you have a smaller phone then you can definitely know that your phone will fit inside. Now, for other reference, I have my hard drive here. So I just want to show you the maximum width that you can fit in this wallet, and I would definitely say it is this. So my hard drive can go in, so I'm showing you width-wise. So this here, as you can see, is going to be a tight squeeze. However, it can still do it. If you're somebody who packs their wallet quite tightly, you know, with a lot of stuff, then that is the width reference I can give you. I definitely wouldn't put anything else in there that is thicker than that, because, well, I mean, you can do what you want, but that's my advice. But as you can see, it closes very nicely as well. It is pretty smooth and flat across the board, no issues. So again, it's just got a leather lining here in brown, in like an espresso brown. And you pretty much just put your coins and things in there. I mean, I have a couple of coins that I haven't taken out. Yeah, not much to say about that bit. In terms of the zip pull right here, I do want to show you that it does get some tarnishing along the sides and the rim and things. That is expected because I guess you use it a lot, especially it like hits along the side, as I explained earlier, and things like that. So this one does have some scratches and tarnishing, and some of the gold has worn off the sides of it. So yes, I think that pretty much covers this. So overall, I would definitely recommend this wallet. I think it is worth the money, and it's probably one of Louis', you know, least expensive ones in terms of full size wallets. If you are in the need of a full size wallet and you don't want to break the bank necessarily, then I think $570 is the way to go. It is honestly in pristine condition, minus this little thread issue that we touched on earlier. If anyone has any suggestions as what I should do regarding that, do let me know. I'm thinking maybe to just get them to reglaze this side. I don't really know, but that is that. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, then definitely give it a thumbs up. And this might be upside down, I don't really know, but if it is, woohoo, not a thumbs down. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and definitely check out one of these videos. It's going to be somewhere on the screen if you haven't had enough, and if you have, then this will definitely be it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.